Hello, 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 hello again, and hello one more time. I'm going to log in here. Happy Sunday to you all. How's everyone doing? How's your Sunday going? Better yet, what are you cooking? What are you cooking? And can I come over? There you go. That's what I would like to know. What are you cooking? And can I come and have some? Guys on YouTube, it's funny. I mean, yeah, because I changed my background. Sometimes you have to have fun. And Sweet Lips is not um, feeling well today. So I am flying solo. So I decided that I want to have some fun and do me a different background. So on on YouTube, Facebook, I believe the background is kind of different. So this is kind of cute. But nevertheless, guys, what are you making? What are you making? I am having neck bones, cabbage, and rice today. It's raining and I just feel like soup. So I am going to make me some neck bones. Well, I already have them going. But guys, you know what? I spoke before on a topic with relationships and marriage, and something has come to my attention. So I said, you know what? I'm going to revisit this. So here I am, and Instagram cannot see, but the topic is your friend tried it. You tried it, or she tried it. And so let me just give you a little background here of what I am trying to um, figure out here. Okay, so a lot of times in a marriage, in a relationship, I'm not going to even say in a marriage, in a relationship, um, we have mutual friends and then you have friends of your own. So let me just ask everyone a question. When you have your own set of friends, how do you feel? How does it make you feel when your significant other have a friend that really does not care for you? I said it. They really do not care for you. Now, do you know? Does it make you mad? Are you angry when whomever it is, whoever friend it is, tend to want to hang out with the other party without inviting you? Is it right or is it wrong? You know what I mean? If my husband friend do not like me, so should he still be friends with that person? Or do you look at it like, look, this is your friend and I know your friend do not like me, so try not to have any conversations with him around me when I know that that topic is about me? How do you handle that type of situation? And that is the answer. And that is the answers that I am looking for today. So if you are in a relationship and you know that your significant other has a friend that does not care for you, but then you have to ask yourself, like, why? Why would he not care for me? What have I done to him to make him think that I'm the bad guy? Or what have I done to him that when you have this conversation with him, it's something negative about me? And why haven't you set boundaries? So that is the topic of today. And guys, that is what we are dealing with. Why do I look so? Guys, hold on a second. Hold on. Things just don't look right here. Because for some reason or another, I almost look toasty on I almost look toasty on YouTube and Facebook, and I guess that's because I did this this one background. So I guess I will not try that again anyhow. But that is the topic for today. Should you be jealous, or is it really even jealousy? And how did you end up with a friend that does not like your significant other? I am just wondering, because if it was me, I think that I'm not going to even say that I would be hurt, because we all sometime have a group of friends, especially when you hang out with your homegirls. You know what I mean? You have different conversations. So I mean, would it be inappropriate or not? You know what I mean? To say that, hey, I know that, your homegirl don't like me, or I know your homeboy don't like me. And, I hear a conversation and it's about me. So do you leave the room? Do you leave? Do you leave? Do you just say, you know what? I'm going to go talk, whatever it is I have to say. We're going to have this conversation later. But then, what about you? What is it about you that your friend feel that it is okay not to like your spouse? Or is it something, sometimes when we meet our significant other, I want to say, sometimes we're going to have mutual friends that we never did like anyway. And so even though they were against that relationship, you went on with the, marriage, relationship, whatever the case may be. But what is it about that person that you would say, you know what, I don't like, I don't like them. I don't like her. And how do you, the person in the middle, now, do you try to bring them together, or do you just leave it alone? You know what I mean? Do you just say, you know what, he don't like you, she don't like you, and so just stay away? Like, how do you manage that? Because, oh, hold on, guys, hold on, because I think I'm doing this wrong. I think I am. Hold on. Because I don't know if that's one word, two word, three words. Okay, so boom. That's the WhatsApp number. If you want to call in, that is the WhatsApp number, okay? And then when you call in, please do not come with all this attitude and drama, okay? And then I am going to there and there. Okay, so I think I got it. I think I put the WhatsApp number in, and then I put the app if you want to call into if you want to do live on the show. Sometimes I keep forgetting to do that. But anyway, and the reason why I just had this conversation, because something came up this weekend. I'm looking at my nails. I need to get to the nail shop. But anyway, something came up this weekend, and that was the topic of conversation. How do you get around that? How do you save your relationship? How do you save your marriage? What can you do to bring both parties together, or do you not? Because sometimes people just don't mesh together, but it puts a strain on the relationship because it's almost like you're taking sides and you're being forced to choose, when in fact, me personally speaking, like, I have my own group of friends, and so my husband has his own, and then we have mutual. And it's not, I can tell you, it is not a fact that I want to be around his people. But then, what I'm thinking also, I don't want to be around his people all the time because mm, to me, we have nothing really in common outside of just my husband. But also, he's entitled to have his own friends, whether they like me or not. And I can say some didn't like me. Let me say with my side lip. Some did not like me. But then I already knew why. You know what I mean? Because sometimes people just see you and they perceive you as, oh, well, she's not friendly, or, she's stuck up, she's judgmental, or whatever the case may be. And so I think when you know your personality and you know that both personalities are clashing, you and the friend, then it's best not to be around. But also, in hindsight, if you know that your friend, for whatever, or friends with an S, does not get along with your significant other, I think it's just wise to, I want to say, really not have a conversation, an earshot, because then the next thing you know, we're nosy people. Humans are just nosy. And if a conversation is going on around you, your ears, let me see what he said, what he said, what he said. Let me see. Let me listen to your replies. And that's going to tell me the questions being asked. And I think when it goes from a full on conversation to now you're answering in one word, yes, no, maybe, you know what I mean? Then that tells, well, then you're made to feel like that conversation has to do is about you, or it's about something that is mm, undermining the relationship, i.e., are you talking about side pieces? And that goes either way, man or woman. You know what I mean? That leaves the other party feeling like you have set no boundaries. Like there are no boundaries set. Not only does it make it feel that the other person feel like you have set no boundaries, but then you're stuck in the middle, like you have to pick or choose a side. Do I side with my significant other, or do I side with my friend? And it's almost like a being between a rock and a hard place. Because let me tell you something. To me, you would think, oh, I'm your wife or I'm your girlfriend and your loyalty belongs to me. But, when you just really sit back and look at it, you have to look at it like, okay, well, then when when does the other person have their own identity? You know, like just because we're married does not mean that you control every single, like I'm not a robot. You do not control every move that I make, every person that I talk to, because somewhere along the line you will have difference of opinions, different friends that like to me, one may be an oddball, and you may look at him like, oh, he's just an oddball, he's weird. And then all of a sudden it's like, don't hang out with him, don't hang out with him. Or if he don't like me, then he should not be your friend. I just think it causes confusion in a relationship, because you are asked to pick and choose who your loyalty belongs to, when your loyalty, it hasn't, to me, it really doesn't even have anything to do with loyalty, really. It just has something to do with, this is my friend, you don't like him, he doesn't like you. And so, I know that I'm not going to have him over, because I don't want all the drama going back and forth, like, well, what is he doing here? Well, how long he's going to be here? But then you're free to bring over whomever you want. And I just think, and under those circumstances, then it's best not to just bring the person to the house, point blank, in a period. You know what I mean? But then it's also best not to go looking, or if he says or she says, oh, I'm going out with so and so. Well, what you doing going out with? Why you going out when I don't like him? But then that's your opinion. And everyone should have a life outside of that relationship. You know what I mean? That, to me, you do things together, but then you can also do things separately. But then you should always try to find out, how can you just have these two people that's in your life meet on common ground without, each time that person name comes up, then that leads into an argument. How do you get around that? How do you go about it? How do you go about, not feeling like you have to sneak around with your friend because your spouse does not like him or her? And and as the person that, if I was the person that was not liking my husband's friend, then you know what I mean, I shouldn't do things to become a nuisance, like texting. So what time are you going to come back? Oh, so where you doing? Oh, so where you at? You know what I mean? Because now you're trying to disrupt my day, and you're being petty. You're being petty because now, instead of allowing me to just go and hang out and do what we're doing, whether, well, I can, no, I'm not going to even say that, because if you're hanging out and you're going to shoot pool or whatever, I'm just one that don't believe that neither party belong in a strip joint. But you just have some people that don't mind visiting, I guess, whatever. But you cannot be that controlling that when he is or she is out, that you are calling every 5 minutes, because guess what happens? Now the other party will walk through that door with an attitude, and there's a big old blow up behind nothing, really, behind you trying to control the other party and acting like that is your child, instead of saying, you know what, go with your friend, give them space, go do what you do, and I'll catch up with you later, whatever the case may be. So we just need to be careful of that. And like I said, I already did a session already on the ups and downs of the marriages, relationships, period. But then this here came up, and I was like, wow, how did I miss that? That was like a whole topic that was missed. Like, how do you go about uh, dealing with your significant other's friend or friends that don't like you? And I think when you know that there's some, I don't know, dislike, I don't even want to really say animosity, but it's up to you as the person in the middle to set the boundaries. Like, you yourself have to set the boundaries. And then there are things in your relationship that you should not discuss with a person that does not like your significant other. Because when you yourself don't have boundaries in your relationship, then the outsiders will not have boundaries in your relationship. And then they will come in assuming that it is okay to walk through a door where, where you reside with someone and walk through there as if they live there too and pay some bills. Because what happens then? You're in the middle of this huge argument, can be some hands and feet thrown. And for what? Because you have set no boundaries. So the person that you bring through the door has no boundaries, and everyone is crossing boundaries. And then the next thing you know, either you're on the couch or out the door. So, what am I saying? If you have a friend that is trying it, that is trying your significant other's life, it is up to you as the person in the middle to set boundaries in your relationship. Now, we all go through this thing where, you go to hang out with your homeboy. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. She asked me to take out the garbage, and I don't see why she couldn't take out you know what I mean? There are certain people that you can go to talk to just, want someone to give you that listening ear, someone that you can speak to and, get some feedback. Hey, you think I was wrong? Because let me tell you what happened. But let me tell you, you do not go to the person that's having a conflict with your significant other, because that person, and people tend to do this a lot in relationships. I confide something in you, and then suddenly you show up and you start treating that person like you're defending me. And sometimes, a lot of the time, especially a woman, like, we're fast to catch on to, like, so I guess you had a conversation about the argument we had, because so she showed coming in here acting like, or he coming in here acting like, now I'm about to single his head. You know what I mean? You have to pick and choose who you share your confidential matters with in dealing with your relationship. And sometimes family be the worst ones to confide in, because they know no boundaries. And guys, you know what is so funny? That I am speaking about boundaries, and a good friend, take 10 and watch this piano. It'll play soon. No, it's a joke, but just look at the piano. A good friend sent me this book, and it is a New York Times bestseller. And no, I am not promoting the book. I'm just telling you that I am reading this book because a good friend sent it to me. Okay. And the book is called Set Boundaries, Find Peace. And it is a New York bestseller. Again, I have no affiliation with this person. I'm just reading the book. She recommended the book. So I am recommending it to my followers that if you need to learn how to set some boundaries, then, and I think it's Nedra Glover Tawaba, and it's a New York Times bestseller. And it's setting boundaries and finding peace. So if you need a guide on how to set some boundaries, I am reading this book, and I can identify myself a lot in this book, and Lord knows I need to set some boundaries, and mainly with, I want to say, family. So, yeah, guys, we have to do better. We have to do better. We have to do better. And, we have to guard our relationships. But at the same time, we have to realize and remember that before we became one, that we had a life and we have friends. And so when you enter into a relationship, marriage, you have to set your boundaries. And if you don't set the boundaries in your relationship in the beginning, then you will run into these problems. And if you have a friend for whatever reason, you know, your friend just don't like your significant other, then I don't know. To me, I'm not going to say that don't be friends, especially if you've been friends with this person for a long period of time. I just think, you know, um, someone having their own identity, it does not mean when you enter into a marriage that you lose that identity. Like then all of a sudden, that focus is, oh, it's just me and me and my husband, and I can't have no friends outside. And it's just, I'm just speaking from my point of view. Okay. There's not that much love in the world that I will just sit there and everything I do, is surrounded just by this one person. It's almost like you're trying to control someone. It's like, I don't know, I would feel trapped. But then if I know that if I had a friend and my husband did not like that friend, and I say that I'm going out with that friend, then I'm not going to bring that friend to my house. I'm not, hey, look, I'll meet you wherever, you know, um, or I would try to compromise, but I don't think, no, I'm not going to say I don't think. I will not allow someone to have that type of control where you're controlling my every move, my every thought, the people that I am around, because outside of a relationship, you need other people to talk to, other people to be around. It would be a shame for whatever reason, I would try to, first bring them together, and figure out even on the side, hey, what about my husband you don't like? You keep saying he get on your nerve, for what? And a lot of times it's something that you said negative about your significant other that this here person now believes that they need to protect you. And for the outsider, what you don't do is get involved inside someone's marriage unless you're a good friend or whatever the case may be, and you see a little something going on. Hey, you guys need to calm down. Hey, take it easy. Let's just talk about, if you're that type of friend, you have that type of relationship. And, to me, that's not something we've been friends for years. So let me just tell you, no, 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 no. That's not how that goes. That's not how that goes. But guys, hey, listen here. Tomorrow, Sweet Lips and I will continue this topic. Well, I had to start it today because normally on Sundays is our topic day where we get to the point and then we talk about it. Okay. So now that I am talking about it, we will continue to talk about it with Sweet Lips and get his take on it. And again, um, I will start pinning the WhatsApp number and the app number so that you may join and give me your. I told you only get 10 cents on this show. You only get 10 cents, okay? That's it. You just get up to 10 cents. Give me your 10 cents. It's more than 2 cents, okay? So you have a lot that you can say. But give me your 10 cents on what do you think and how would you handle the situation when you are in a relationship and you have a friend that does not like or get along with your significant other, and how do you set the boundaries? Because as the person in the middle, it's up to you to calm both sides down. Okay, so we will continue this tomorrow. Tomorrow, Sweet Lips be here tomorrow. It's only a day away. Okay, so hey, this is Gail. This is Slow. I'm only going to be Sister Sledge when Sweet Lips is here with me because he's the one that always with this Sister Sledge mess. Anyways, so it is Gail with To the Point. I got to the point. We talked about it. We will continue this topic. Come tomorrow when Sweet Lips be on the scene. It's going to be good, guys. I'm telling you, because it's always good to have a man's point of view and a woman's point of view. And really, at the end of the day, there's no right way, there's no wrong way, but it's just a way that's going to work for that relationship. Okay. So, see you tomorrow. See you. Look at my hands disappear on the YouTube and the Facebook. See you tomorrow. See you tomorrow. All righty, guys. I'm out. It is Gail. And Gail is saying,